Hi, everyone. Just wanted to let you know we're back with Viva Italia Travel. It's a destination and a way of living that we like to think about. We're wanting to look at for ourselves for 90 days of Italian discovery. So we want to live, we want to work, we want to shop, and we want to connect, and we want to plan really smart to get this done. So at Kevin and Maria, Viva Italia, we plan smart, we look smart, we want to work smart. So please join us. Join us for this video. We'll go into some explanation, and we're starting with our 90-day stay explained simply at our website. And we kind of want to have you go along with us. We did outline some goodies yesterday. Kind of want to go into some Italian rentals. And the beauty of this is that you can do it live. So you don't have to put a lot of guesswork into this. You can kind of understand what you want. And when you sit with a lot of folks, and it's a great thing, they ask what region you want to work in. That's kind of the first thing they look at. What has attracted you to Italy is kind of the information that they really want you to look at. So, you can look at a bunch of different things. There's great videos on what each region can offer you. Sometimes it's maybe the 7% sales tax if you buy something. Sometimes it's the water views, the cool, the warmth, the mountains, the snow, the seasons. You're going to have to write those things down, and you can do that in our 90-day K&M guide to give you guys some information. But if you know what you like and you know what you want, we do have options for you right here. We have nothing to do with these. They are directly ported. I was able to get the websites to directly port on here, so you can see kind of on an average what some of these are looking at, and the areas that they're expensive or not expensive, depending upon where you are. Kind of give you a selection that you can look at for different places. So if you thought Tuscany was out of reach, there are places there for about $500 a month. Let's take a look at one. Okay, let's give you an idea of taking a look at one. And I'm going to flip my screen real quick to kind of give you that ability to see it. Uh, and that way you're going to have an idea. And let me see if I can get that screen. And hang on one second. Try to remove this and go back to me and add to the stage. Let's see if it gives me a selection, and there we go. We've got the selections here. I'm going to pick the first one, and I'm going to move to that screen. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get there and see how easy it is to get into that screen. It's a little, I'm manipulating multiple screens, so I apologize for a second. Let me just see if I can get that in an easy way. Let's see if that works, because sometimes it asks you for what screen you're kind of working with. So hang on a second. I'll get to there, and then we'll be able to move on from here. Don't see the option for that particular screen, and I don't know why. Hang on 1 second. Let me see. I'll move it from the stage, go back to me, and then see if I can get that update here. Maybe I have to grab the updated image. I know what to do. We'll remove that. We'll put a stage in. Nope, we're still not able to grab that. I'm wondering why. Coming in. It's an update of that screen. So bear with me a second. Let's take a look. Going there. It's not going where I want it to go. So hang on a second. We'll get us to the right place and move on to the place that I can get us there. And hang on a second. It's the spot to do. We'll start sharing anew. Bring in the new share. Should help us here. Second. There it comes. It's not allowing us to do that. Allowing us to get there. Oh. Joy of tech. A second. One more time. Go. Alrighty. Here we come, and now I'm there, finally. So sorry. Okay, so we're getting into the share screen. I'm going to bring it up, and now you can see it. So as I say, if you want to move or rent in Tuscany, there are ways to do that. So this is two rooms of an apartment, basically for $500 a month. It even tells you kind of where you are on the rental. This is the average market price, and then you have pictures of all of the rooms that you can look at. Now this is rooms. There is not a kitchen here. There is a bathroom. So you have bathroom fixtures and everything else fully ready to go. But for kitchen style, that's going to be one of the issues that you don't have. If you look over here, and I don't know if I can get a little wider, the kitchen's actually ripped out. And a lot of times the sellers or not renters, but sellers will take the kitchens with them. So they're just renting out the rooms or the space. So if you were to put your own kitchen in and you're renting, you'd be able to take your kitchen out. But at the same time, it's a little different than in other countries where the kitchens kind of stay with it. But it looks nice. It has decent, windows. It looks like it has a balcony. Unfortunately, they don't let us stream in. But you can see right here, here's the kitchen where it was. There is heat. It looks like there needs to be some fixtures here. I'm sure working with the landlord, you could kind of come up with a plan. Here's the other second room. So you could have bedroom, office, combination bedroom. You could have multiple rooms. But for $500 a month in Tuscany, this is something that you could get. Looks like decent doors. The place is clean. It's either got hardwood or a really good, track floor of some kind. But the bottom line of it is you would be able to get that. And then it gives you the information. It tells you where it is, so I can take a peek. It's in Marche, Italy. So let's take a look at where that is. Let's go up here. I'll see if I can share that. I'm going to stop sharing here and go to Maps, Google Maps. Take a look and see based upon where this is in the world and what we're looking at, just to give you an idea. And we'll go in on the big map. Oops. Give me a second and we'll reshare. Put in details right here and come. Move all over the world. Switch, and now I'm going to reshare my screen and we'll get everybody on the same page. So hang on one second and let's get that in. Share that screen. And here we come. Okay, so we are in the area of Corso Dalmazia, and that's in Marche, Citronova. And let's back up a little bit and kind of see where we are. We're definitely on the water area. I have not been to this area, so I've got to take a quick peek. There's Santa Lucia there. I've been there. We're on the eastern coast of Italy, on that side that Tuscan kind of moves. Let's see where we are. And if you look, here's San Marino, where there's Perugia here. We're off to the coast near Ancona and Pesaro, and we're above Fermo. So if you want to be in a place that probably isn't a crazy area to get to, Arezzo and Florence. Let's take a look and see how far we are from Florence. This will get you $500 a month. Again, you're going to have to put some effort in and probably a little bit of time and some grease to get that going. There's Florence there. You're about 3 hours from Florence. And from Rimini, you are probably less than 2 hours. Let's take a look. But it gives you an idea, and I'm not sharing, so that's not great. It's funny that it's not coming up on me, and let's get that up on the screen. There we are. So if you're going to Florence, it's about 3 hours and 9 minutes going the southern route. And then the eastern, let's see if we go to Rimini, going northern, it's 3:45. If you want to go to Rimini, which is amazing, let's see where Rimini is as far as that's concerned, hour and 24 minutes. It's amazing. And then if you want to go south to Pescara, that's really beautiful too. bet you've got a 2-hour drive, maybe. Oh, not even. Hour and 23 minutes to Pescara. Beautiful beaches, beautiful food, lots of beautiful things. So you're in that area that you can do a lot of things. And then Perugia, which would be probably the largest city in that area. Amazing chocolate is there. Hour and 38 minutes, and then watch Rome. I bet Rome isn't more than 3 hours. Let's take a look. I will say you probably do not get on a train from there unless you go north, but it looks like there is a decent road, 2 hours and 55 minutes, just under 3. And they do say you can go by bus. It's about 4.5 hours or so. So there are some bus routes. So you kind of have a very interesting solution here. You're on the East Coast, so that means you're away from Florence, but you're close to Rimini. You're close to, you're probably 2.5 hours from Bologna to the north. Bologna wouldn't be that far. I believe there's a train that goes as far down as Ancona. So you'd be able to catch the train up there. Let's take a peek and see what Bologna looks like. Again, that would get you into a very big city very quickly. Let's see how we do here. And yeah, it's about 3.5 hours on a train. It looks like buses, though. It doesn't look like trains. So unfortunately, you wouldn't catch it. But if you wanted to catch the high-speed rail in Bologna, you could go anywhere you wanted after that. So depending upon the situation, and then we can take a look around. Let's take a quick look around at what it looks like, just to get you an idea of how pretty it is. You know, sandy beaches, beautiful sunrise, sunset. And let's just see what else there is around. I don't know if I can bring it in. Yeah, it's not going to let me do the expanded panel unless I take pictures. It's kind of like a roadway. There's a pretty beach area. There's water with the the lighthouse tower. Let's see what else we see. Oh, there's an interesting thing. Map of the world. Waterway. There's a boat. Some kids' areas to play. Very seaside town. A lot of different things there. It looks like fishing is amazing. Fishing and fish food would be amazing. Giving you an idea of different things. Lots of boats, so there must be lots of fish. Looks like a commercial fishing group, so I bet the food is absolutely incredible. So just giving you guys an idea on that and seeing through the pictures, I believe we have a nice blend of details here for you and understanding how this area could potentially work for you. Going back to the website, we could see a couple different things. Let me see if I can get us there and share my screen again and then go into other areas. I'm not going to go into really all the rentals, just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what our website would allow you to do very quickly and just kind of give you some selection. So, you know, $500 a month, add a kitchen for probably $1,000 of some sort. And then you basically would be living, you know, could be 6 months, a year, depending upon what's going on, at about 60 meters squared, about $500 a month, and have a beautiful area in Tuscany. Other places, Florence for $550 a month. That would be amazing. Decent area, 50 meters squared total. It's a 2-bed area, and that would be in Florence. How close to actual downtown Florence and the Central Historical, I'm not sure, but give you a good idea of where you could go. Prato is amazing. $400 a month is a great price for that. Siena is another amazing, $370. And you look at the ceilings right here, just from the look, it's got an original authentic ceiling right there. So you've got lots of ability for options. You may want to have something that's more economical, depending upon where you want to be. Will mean where you want to go. Emilia Romagna will have Bologna areas and places, you know, other places that you could look at. Here's a place in Bologna for $250 a month. Wow. $600 a month, $340 a month. So you don't have to get thinking, oh, it's 10,000 a month or it's 1,000 or 1,500. There are places, depending upon where and how close you want to live to things, that you could get very reasonably. You may have to walk a little further, but it'll give you the idea of something that you can work from. And then we do have the refresh settings. So you can go in there and you'll get other things. This is from Rentoya IT. They allow us to use their images on our website. The Idealista and Immobiliare IT, which are much bigger, but still, you know, very helpful as well. They don't allow you. They want you to go to their website because they don't want to have any kind of filtering through the website. But this is the first time I've seen it. I haven't seen anybody else's website that you can look at actual areas and you can get an understanding for how many apartments there are and how much they cost. So we're trying this as, you know, a live setup for you to try, and you can update it and you can basically see what is there out there in any part of Italy that you so choose. There are probably limitations to what is available and a limited inventory depending upon what areas you're in, but this will tell you based upon that and give you the information as to who to talk to, what real estate agent or maybe the person themselves is handling it, and you would do all that privately. You know, we're just reporting the news and the information of this area in a live format, just giving you an idea. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you for this. But you've got your regions, and you can do your little check on what regions you would be looking at. 6 regions that reward the slow traveler. I tried to pick out with my wife those 90-day stay areas. So Tuscany is definitely one of them. We've got wine country there, art history, and a great place for a first long stay. A lot of times, depending upon where you go, there's that corridor from Lucca to Florence that you can go to. I can show you that on the map. Let me just stop my sharing here and get back to the map to show you for a second. So that way we could get an understanding there of where that is. Give me 2 seconds here. We'll get back to the map. And I'm just gonna put it in right now, Lucca. Then I'm also gonna put in Florence, and I'll show you in 2 seconds when I get there. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen with you, and then we're gonna have something that you probably, I think you're really gonna like. My screen real quick and get you right there with me. Okay, let me put that in, and we've got it in. So this area right here, if you can see, moves from Florence to Lucca. All this area is in Tuscany. This has trains, this has buses, this has an autostrada for cars. It also has airports. Some are small, some are large, but basically if you use Florence as kind of like the area that you want to see for Tuscany, this whole area is between 1 hour and 2 hours between most major areas and cities, and you can travel them. There are major, amazing places. Pistoia is really nice. Prato is nice. Montecatini Termini is beautiful. Lucca is also a couple of other areas that you could go to. La Costa is really nice. There's a place called Pistoia that is up here, right here in this area. And then if you went a little deeper, you could see some kind of, you know, places off the road. There's a Massamo Termini. You could look at, even you could go down here to San Rocco, Lazaretto. Let's see, other ones. Pescia is a beautiful area with Santa Lucia. All these areas allow you, this is the red means the train, and the blue means the highway that you can drive. They're literally near each other or next to each other, and you could use the train if you didn't have the ability to drive or rent a car or Uber or potentially wait for the bus. So if you wanted to live somewhere in this general area, there are means for you to get around without having to have a car. We know cars can be and will be very expensive. Between insurance, your driver's license from any other country is only good for a year. You then have to get an updated Italian license in Italian that you have to test in Italian and then take the driver's portion of it. So it makes you feel like you're getting your license all over again. Your international driver's license will only work for a certain period of time. So some people don't want to go through that hassle and would rather use the train or the bus. They can do that in this area pretty easily. There are some hilly areas and some walking areas that may be a little challenging, but overall, it's reasonable to make this corridor kind of one that you can work from. And then Lucca, if you look here, Lucca is not very far from the coast. So you could go to one of the areas or even Pisa. And from there, you could have a short trip from Pisa to Marina de Pisa or Gombo or Torre del Lago to get yourself down to the beach, or even getting yourself up to Massa, because there are trains that go up here, and moving yourself to La Spezia, which is beautiful. So there's lots of different ways to get you there, but just giving you an idea of how this works and what you could find that could be in your best interest, looking at what rentals there are out there after you understand where you want to go and why you want to go there, and kind of had that reasoning in your head. We definitely can utilize our website to get you that information and give you a good idea of where to be and how to be. So I just wanted to kind of follow through with that with you, give you kind of an eye on this, and share with this information. If you have some questions, please get in touch with us at vivaitaliatravel.com. We'd love to have a conversation with you, and maybe we'll start doing some live spots. And as we say, we're getting ready for our 90-day and preparing for it just like you are. So we'd love to share and hear your comments and input for getting it even to be tighter and better and happier. So have a great day, folks, and we will talk to you soon from the world. Viva Italia Travel. Ciao.